Hi, Cosmic here. I have recently played a silly little game for a while called Clangen. There has been a trend of people playing the game and draw the clan in a lineup at the end of each year and telling their stories of each individual cat and the clan and just woven everything happening in the that gets generated into a story. And I wanted to do that, so welcome to my clan of the story named Stormclan. I haven't thought that much about a story for these clan cats, except that they were being flushed away from their home thanks to a ruthless storm, getting more carried away and jumping up to more high ground in the mountain to not let that happen again, and the surviving cats forming. So let's start in StarClan with Sweetmoor. Or Sweetmoor? I don't really know how to pronounce that. There's not much to say about him, and I wasn't meaning to keep him in this lineup because he's the designated StarClan guide. The only interesting thing about him is that he led a loner to the clan, which we read, or which I read in that said loner's little story, and I didn't know that was there, and I found it really cute. He's a wild old soul that's from the previous StarClan, and I think that the old StarClan cats are still at the territory, just watching over the other old clans. And Sweetmoor was the only one deciding to follow us and show us the way to the mountain to a more safer place. Even though we doesn't have much information about him, that doesn't stop me on making him a pretty boy. Brownpaw was one of the kids we started with that sadly lost her life after being buried alive in a landslide. She was kind of a goody two shoes when she was alive. She would never dream about being in trouble and always focused on keeping her fur nice and clean to, I guess, show off to the other clan. She was quite intelligent and can easily understand complicated matters. And she was quite focused in her training as well, and wanting to learn as many fighting techniques as she can to hopefully protect the other clan cats in the future. Something that's a bit worrying after she died is that she had two prompts of her sneaking close to the border of the dark forest cats and trying to peek in, always backing out at the last second before stepping over to just take a little look, I guess. I did peek into the game to see what she would be known as if she ever became a warrior, and her warrior name would have been Brownfur. Moving up to the clan cats, we start with Warstar, our vengeful leader. She have had some affinity for the kits the clan started with, her first prompt being that she batted a mossball back at one of them. She have great expectation for that kit she threw the mossball back at, and had some early assignments from them in the early days of their apprenticeship. She has been in a few fights this year, one being with a rogue that almost caused her to lose a life, and she has a habit of humming to herself when she's in the medicine cat den, which is surprisingly often. Or maybe not so surprising. She did later lose a life when saving her close friend and deputy from a dog. Probably having some confidence after chasing out another dog from the territory, even though she needed help to be rescued because of her old age. One of her clanmates challenged her, which Warstar commanded another cat to help her punish the challenger. In the end, everyone ended up hurt, and Warstar is feeling content after the fight. Funnily enough, even if she feels she can trust the clanmate that helped her out, she likes and is even a great friend with the one that challenged her. She does have a bite to her, telling off the medicine cat to stop paddling after her like a lost kid, and similarly be having a bit of a grumpy side to her. Next up, it's Lar Muscle, or Deputy. He's doing a great job as the deputy and even got himself a boyfriend at the end of the year. The two of them only being an item for 2 months in the game. The first thing he did in game was surprising his future boyfriend with something nice, and he also decorated the medicine cat nest with flower to surprise her. So he's just a generally nice guy, just trying to brighten up everyone's day. He has had some bad experience as well. He was on a hunting patrol with another warrior, which led to him watching helplessly as his clanmate was carried away by two legs in a strange metal box, and having the guilt of their friend and leader losing a life to protect him. He's a curious boy, wondering what's a two-legged den look like, and if StarClan has given the medicine cat any prophecies. He does have a rival in the neighbouring clan, Jagged Clan, which he has been caught racing along the border with. moving up to his boyfriend, it's Twentypool, our clan's trans boy, who was the one confessing to Lar Muscle. Fun fact, both of them are also crushing on the medicine cat. Twentypool was the cat Warstar commanded to help fight the challenging clanmate, and he is a bit pissed that the leader praised him and then became friends with the challenger. They have been fighting and arguing with the challenging cat, and if they get any more dislike, it will go to red. The scar on his tail is from that fight, and I feel he's a bit angry to be reminded that even though he stood by the leader's side, the leader doesn't see him as much as the challenger. Get double surprised by something nice from both Lar Muscle and the medicine cat. They were encouraging the deputy to be more harsh the last month, like, Twentypool, honey, that's your boyfriend. Please be nice to him. Next up, it's Blossom Rumble, our adventurous medicine cat, who is a bit of a fumbling mess, with jade feathers stuck to her fur. She realized what an omen might mean the same moon one of the clanmates was taken by two legs, and is sad she didn't pick it up faster, feeling a tiny bit of guilt over it. She has the tiniest bit of feeling for the two cats in the clan, which might be annoying for Twentypool if he finds out she likes both him and his rival, having no idea that Twentypool and Lar Muscle have strong feeling for her back. There has been a bunch of injuries this year, so she has had quite a busy year gathering and taking care of the medicine stock. She did have a fight with a newly made warrior after a snake bite accident and accidentally said some very hurtful things she regretted. She was just really stressed and accidentally took it out to the young cat. And being called a stumbling kit by Warstar did not really help her confidence. Next up is our loving, fluffy boy Freckle. He has wanted to surprise his clanmates with gifts and has been giving them advice or complimenting them the whole year. On the first patrol this year, he did save a loner, not being able to let them be there and suffer. And he did take the brunt of the punishments of letting a loner into camp. He was Brownpaw's mentor and took the death pretty hard. Heartbreaking seeing his apprentice dead in front of him. And I'm pretty sure he was present at the rock slide, making the death even more heartbreaking for him. Freckle is also quite a romantic, listening in on Warstar discussing potential mate, but his name never came up and he was kind of saddened by it. And thinking their dreams with other clan cats will never come true, even if their romantic meter has never gone up on any cat. At the end of the year he did come with a single kit and refused to talk about it. I kind of forgot to draw him in the nursery with the kit. So he is standing with the other warriors. Next up is Brookal, and he hasn't done very much except think a lot. He is radiating background character vibes. Daydreaming about being a warrior in the neighboring clan Leopard Clan, and wondering if they would ever be a good swimmer. He did get scolded by both the apprentices at the time, which made him bristle, and probably not feel better about himself. If he hasn't been thinking or daydreaming, he has been complaining to Warstar, who he actually has a small crush on, and doesn't know how to go forward with it, which is probably why he's complaining all the time. He did have a cute water fight with Blossom Rumble after helping her getting herbs to help cheer her up a bit. He did get frostbite while trying to provide for the clan, but thankfully didn't die and didn't get any permanent injuries. Next up is Rhymestripe, our troublesome trans yoli who lives up to her troublesome personality, getting easily distracted and wishes they were still in the nest sleeping. They have gotten an apprentice, but have been sadly not able to train them for long because, well, she was the cat that challenged Warstar. The bite mark on her shoulder being from the skirmish, feeling excited right after the fight, and it seems like the reason they started it was because she felt unappreciated. She did chase a rogue out of the territory, but I think it was a front because she brought 3 kits back to the clan, only a moon before Freckle brought his back. And I say the rogue she chased up was the other parent. Even though they challenged Warstar, they have become great friends, heckling other clans at the gathering together, and it seems that Warstar let Rhymestripe get easier away from trouble. They did end the year with putting a dead snake at the camp entrance to scare their fellow clanmates. Next up is Gentle, and Gentle was the loner Freckle saved in the first moon. In her history, it's said that a starry furred cat appeared to them one day and led them to the clan, who gave her shelter and helped her heal her broken bone. She doesn't have any fur on the tail, and I don't think it's from the broken bone. It wouldn't make any sense. And even though she's not a clan founder, she has been there from day one. She was sick half of the year, and thanks to her broken bone, she can't put that much pressure on one of her hind legs. She does have Ghost Speaker as an ability, so that can be fun in the future. She is getting used to clan life and have had some fun training lessons, but she does feel unappreciated, not knowing what to do to be seen as part of the clan. Next up is Droplet Growl. Droplet Growl was one of the kits the clan started with, and was 1 month older than Brownpaw. She started up as bullying and cold, but she later grew lonesome. She was the kit Warstar threw the most ball back at, and it seems like Warstar has taken some liking to her, setting some quite high standards for the poor girl. She did call another warrior stinky at her apprentice day, and had been butting head with the only apprentice Brownpaw since they were kids. As I mentioned earlier, she was apprenticed to Rhymestripe, and hoped their cool mentor didn't assign them any boring task. She did have 2 run-ins with a bird thing, spooking her both times, but thankfully it ended well. Sadly, she and Brownpaw had a heated argument and said some really hurtful thing the moon before Brownpaw died, and she decided to sit all night at a vigil, becoming more reserved after the death. The moon she became a warrior, she did get bit by a snake and had the heated argument with Blossom Rumble. Even though she has been quite gloomy, she has big ambitions, dreaming both of having a mate and kid someday, and being chosen as the new deputy. Next up, we move on to Rhymestripe's 3 kits, which is the nervous Crystal kit, the insecure Prince kit, and the sweet Lavender kit. Since they are only 3 months old, there's not much to tell. Crystal kit is scared of Amber Freckle, which is quite funny that he's afraid of the big floof ball, and he has been asking the other cats how kits are made. Lavender kit has been practicing battle move and performing them incorrectly, and I don't have that much on Prince kit. They haven't done anything big yet. As I kind of mentioned on Rhymestripe's entry, they are the kits of a wandering loner that decided that the best and safest place for her kits was being in the clan than on the road with her. I do play it on Mountain Cliff, and at one point it looked like Crystal Kit climbed the small tree above the nursery, with all the other kids looking up at him, and I have a feeling Crystal Kit will maybe be a handful like his mother, or just doing some dangerous stunts. Last of kit, it's Mudkit. Mudkit is the polite, fluffy child of Amber Freckle. One of their prompts has been that he always says please and thank you, which is too adorable. I was sad seeing that he looks a lot like Brownpaw, especially in the kit form. The apprentice Amber Freckle couldn't save. His mom did die while giving birth to him, who was a kitty pet near the nearest two-leg area. We do have 1 cat left, poor Rockpath, who got taken away by 2 legs at Moon 4. And he has sadly been gone ever since. He did enter a 2-leg trap after smelling food while he and Lar Muscle was hunting for the clan, not knowing that he was trapped before trying to back out. He was mostly sulking around camp while still at the clan, waking up off the wrong side of the nest quite often. He has been dreaming about hunting for the clan again, and has been hoping the apprentices were alright back at the camp. He's an elder, and I'm not sure how easily it will be for him to get back home. It would be quite sad having one of our clan founder being taken away and dying outside of the clan. And that's the first year in Stormclan. I have been having quite a lot of fun doing this silly little thing, and I will continue as long as I got the energy and inspiration. I do like this clan quite a lot, and I have gotten quite attached to all the cats, which makes me want to play more of this. So hopefully we will see you guys in year 2 soon. Bye bye!